Valentino, I'm 6'5". I work out 6 days a week, only eat once a day. I have control, but I only make minimum wage and have been dateless for over 10 years. I have tremendous self-hate, self-harm, and I am suicidal. And I have all the discipline, but I'm miserable. One thing I want to tell y'all, bro. Being disciplined and having self-control can save you from all this shit. From women and just from depression. What happens is what they told you being high value is something that's going to keep your ass in that trap. The fact that you even had to tell me you 6'2", nigga, I don't give a fuck how tall you are, or 6'5", I don't give a fuck how tall you is. Right? I don't care how much you weigh and how much you lift in the gym. I don't care how much money you making. First of all, depression comes from trying to control some shit that you can't really control. And the fact that you working out every day, still making minimum wage, yes, maybe your priorities got to change though. This past 4 months being on YouTube, bro, I had to grind hella, dog, to the point where I wasn't working out 2 hours a day. You got to cut back on that shit. I understand everybody saying you need to be swole so you can attract more women. Yeah, bro, to get out of depression, you can't be making minimum wage. Why? Because, bro, them bills gonna come, bro. That's some shit you can't really control. Them bills gonna keep on coming back to back on your ass. Yeah, that's something that you can't control. Cause the apartment owner, he ain't gonna look at it like, damn, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You 6'5", don't got no bitch. You make a minimum wage. It's all right, bro. You can skip on this rent. Nah, he gonna lock that shit and kick your ass to the curb, right? So maybe you gotta scale back on the gym right quick. You probably can't be looking like Ronnie Coleman and shit. You just can't. You broke. Even my dad was telling me, he was just like, son, you working out too much, you broke. You spending way too much energy trying to work out. Cause what happens is, when you working out, now all of a sudden you a gym bro. You researching, you studying, you worrying about the gym, bro. You need to be worrying about that bag, first of all. But I ain't gonna get on you too much for that, but get your bread right. The best advice, like Nipsey said, the best advice I can give you is to get your bread right. Cause once you get your bread right, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro, your mindset, bro, that shit gonna switch. You gonna be like, man, fuck a bitch. Fuck depression. That's the first step. I know money don't buy happiness, but it buy a whole lot of peace. I'll tell you that. But I do want to get your mind off, or, switch your focus, because I understand, us coming up, they told us what being high value is. And that's why you told me your height, because you think that shit is high value, and you can't get more bitches being tall. You can't get more bitches being strong. You do kind of win in life being tall. You can network. People want to talk to you. You look, your frame, your appearance, people do gravitate towards you. So I understand that is kind of high value, but we have to break down what being high value is. All being high value, a high value man. Valentino, what's a high value man? A high value man is somebody that has self-control. Somebody that's disciplined, right? Self-control is when you in bed and you depressed, when you sad, you don't sit up there and you don't just beat your shit all night. That shit just gonna make your ass even more sad, right? When you broke, when you in bed and you broke and you don't want to get out of bed, you know what's gonna keep your ass broke? Sitting in bed, looking at everybody win. You don't have no self-control. You can't get your ass out of bed and go get to it. A lot of times, let's say when you sad and you just got broken up with, got cheated on, so you in bed. You know what keep your ass stuck to that bed or stuck to that pillow? No self-control. No discipline. You should get up and go to the gym. You should get up and get your mind right, but instead you just sit there and you soak in that shit. And you listen to sad ass Bryson Tiller lyrics 24/7. How you ever gonna get better? How you ever gonna get richer? You just gonna soak in being broke? You just gonna keep on just sitting there? You broke in the motherfucker, but you just gonna sit there and just be sad? Think somebody just gonna walk and knock on your door? I understand you got cheated on. I understand you got fired. I understand this punk ass bitch causing problems in your life. What you gonna do? Just sit there? A high value man understand, bro, I gotta get myself off my ass and go get to it. A high value man don't have no addiction, bro. You gotta get out that spirit. Watching the hub and shit every night, all in the shower, watching the hub, got your phone and shit getting wet. No self-control. A man with no dick discipline, a man with no self-control, bro, you gonna lose every time. That's what caused depression. Imagine Shannon Sharp right now, man, had no dick discipline. Imagine if he go broke tomorrow, bro, he gonna fall into depression because nigga, 100 M was on the table. And one decision just like that, nigga, you can go broke. And then all you gonna do is sit in bed and reflect like, damn, man, why me? But I know why it was you. You ain't have no discipline. You sitting up there at the fucking casino gambling all your bread away. You got a family, dog. What you doing? Oh, because you're an addict, bro. You just gonna gamble all your bread away. Yeah, that's what's gonna cause depression. When you young, bro, you sitting up there trying to fit in with the Jones. You sitting up there going to clubs knowing damn well you broke. You spending all your money. That's some shit you can control. I know we talk about, don't let shit that you can't control make you depressed, but this the shit that I just said, you can control that. You can control sleeping with this OnlyFans bitch. And then she come to your crib and take your ass for all you got and take your watch that you spent 30, 40 racks on for no damn apparent reason when your ass don't have no bread to spend. And she came and took your bread. You married this bitch. You know damn well you shouldn't have married her, but you did it because you were just thinking with this head and you were just looking at the looks and the appearance. She ain't have no value. That's why I keep on giving you game and try to wake you niggas up so you don't be sleeping, sleeping with the op, sleeping with the enemy, sleeping with the snake. And now fuck around, man, she take your bread. Now you homeless like my nigga Carl in Houston, Texas. This nigga went homeless fucking with the wrong broad. Yeah, that's why your ass depressed. So being high value is understanding, bro. I gotta have some self-control. I gotta have some dick discipline. I can't keep on chasing these BBL hoes, trying to turn a hoe into a housewife. I can't do that. But listen to social media. Social media gonna tell your ass to do that shit every day. Gotta be disciplined, bro. Gotta have some type of spiritual relationship with God. You gotta read some book. Because if you leading with your own understanding, bro, you're gonna lead yourself astray because you only know what you've been taught. But if you let God lead your life, if you let him lead your life, that's why he always tell you in whatever book you pick up, they always tell you, bro, to go to the book for understanding. If you doing the spirituality, you spiritual, they say, look at the sun gonna give you the answers. The Bible gonna tell you, man, Jesus gonna give you the answer, right? Whatever book you pick up, they gonna tell you to go to the source for the answers because you can't lean onto your own understanding, bro. This the flesh. If we lean onto our own understanding, bro, we gonna always go off the cliff. So somebody that's disciplined, bro, you gonna stick to the word. You gonna stick to the teachings, bro. You gonna stick to your parents' teaching, even if it don't make no sense. Because, bro, you young, you a kid. You don't know no better. I always thought my dad was just telling me some dumb shit because he was hating on me. No. Put a condom on, man. Father, you don't understand. This shit feel good as hell. Like he ain't just go through that shit. He older than me. They got experience. A lot of us go through bullshit because we think our ego. We thinking with this head. We thinking, man, we know everything. We think we gods and shit because we got some money. No, man. High value is understanding, bro. You gotta be disciplined and your ass gotta have some self-control. You none in this hole because you don't have no self-control. Now you got a kid and now she holding that motherfucker hostage on your neck talking about I want 1 M. You gotta pay this bitch because if you don't pay this bitch, man, your ass gonna be in jail. That's why you depressed. No self-control. A high value man understand that. It might take you some years, but I hope it's not too late to the point where now you fuck, now you cook. A lot of people realize that shit in high school. Let me go ahead and settle down with somebody right quick because I'm not about to go in that world full of sharks and meet the wrong one. Now all of a sudden, man, I gotta pay hella money in child support. Let me go ahead and marry my high school sweetheart. Let me go ahead and settle down with her right quick. This shit ain't even worth the squeeze. A lot of niggas mature faster than others. Yeah, I ain't mature that early. Self-control. Self-control gonna get you out of situation you shouldn't have been in. Self-control gonna keep money in your pocket. Self-control not gonna have your ass have kids just running around with your last name attached to it. And you ain't married to them. So now you paying a whole bunch in child support and now your ass going broke. Your ass was once rich, now you going broke and you think you ain't about to be depressed? Come on, man. Right? And if we talking about a woman, because I understand, bro, I hate talking about women all the time, but nigga, that's our life, bro. We deal with women. We marrying women. We in a relationship with women. That shit got access to our bread. When you married to somebody, they got access to your bread. So who you choose, bro, having some discipline. Yeah, you can't marry up the BBL bitch. You just can't, bro. I know she a 10 in the face, but you got to understand the signs. That's why I be trying to give y'all the signs so you don't make that mistake before it's too late. Because once she take your shit, bro, that shit out your account. In that court system, bro, that shit is not with you, my nigga. That shit against your ass. Your ass gonna be cooked if your ass take that shit to court. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I tell y'all, as a high value man, you need to be looking for a high value woman. Valentino, how do I look for a high value woman? And that's why I say they gotta have a father and a mother. Because you gotta find a woman that has principles and standards in her own life. She don't need to be validated because her father validated her. Her father taught her how to love herself. To the point where she get with you, man, all you have to do is just tweak a little bit. You ain't just trying to fix broken glass and shit. Okay, you just gotta tighten up the screw. That's all it is. Might got a little screws loose. So she just needs you to just tie up a little loose ends. But you dealing with some low-hanging fruit who never had no father, was growing up in a toxic environment the whole time. You got both your parents. Bro, it's not a winning recipe. Your ass gonna lose every time, and she gonna take you for all you got because she has nothing to lose. You have to date a girl that have a mother and a father because she has something to lose, because she value family. She value tradition. So then when she come with you, a high value man, because a lot of these niggas not high value man. A lot of these niggas got X addictions. I don't know if I can say the word. Gambling addiction. They sleeping with girls when they feel a little sad. A lot of people go with the drugs. A lot of people be drinking when they sad. A lot of these niggas, because they got touched when they was 5 years old, 15 years old, 13, sleeping with their aunties and shit. Sleeping with their mom friends. A lot of these grown ass men, because they millionaires, because they play in the NBA and the NFL, these niggas ain't high value. Cause these niggas be sleeping around, that's their drug. You can't be an addict, dog. You can smoke a little weed, but when you an addict though, yeah, you can't have no self-control. When you and your wife get in an argument, your lack of self-control, now you at the strip. Now you tricking your money away. And then your wife look at your bank statements and see your ass been tricking on hoes in Dubai and shit. Because they got a BBL. And now you fucking up your family and shit. And you can't blame it on the alcohol, or you can't blame it on the weed, because nobody gonna save your ass. Your wife is out that door with half your shit. Having no self-control. You can't tell your wife like you can't tell your boss. You can't tell your wife, oh, it's because I got touched when I was 15 and I'm traumatized. That's why I say sometimes you just don't match. A lot of y'all niggas want a high value woman, but you're not high value. Oh, but Valentino, man, I'm 6'2". Valentino, I'm 6'5". Valentino, I watched a podcast. They told me if I'm 6'5" and I'm rich, man, I'm high value because Andrew Tate told me. But if your ass is addicted to that bullshit, if you have no self-control, man, your wife gonna dip on your ass. Nah, some of these women, yeah, they worth a fuck. Your ass is addicted to fucking crack. You coming home beating a bitch half to death. You addicted to gambling. You spending your money, all that shit. Cause you're an addict. When I say self-control, I'm not just talking about just not sleeping with, hoes and prostitutes. When I say self-control, I'm saying, can you, your girl acting up, I ain't gonna beat you. I'm just gonna, politely just chill, give you some space. I'm gonna come back when your ass ready to talk. Self-control. Now your ass not in somebody's prison, somebody's jail. I understand this girl had a fat ass. She came to, you married and shit like that. Having no self-control, you gonna act upon it because nobody gonna find out. But whatever in the dark gonna come to light. Sorry to tell you that. No self-control gonna have your ass leaving your wife for this porn star. Fuck it, did I say the word, man? Fuck all that. Niggas Valentino Ali, man. If they kick me out this hoe, man, my niggas gonna follow. You done left your wife for a porn star having no self-control. You sitting up there being a follower to other niggas and listening to niggas online tell you how to treat your wife, fuck around, lose your wife, chasing some shit that they don't even got. Tell me I'm lying. These niggas telling you what you should look for in your wife whole time with not having no goddamn wife. And that's why you depressed, because you do everything these niggas tell you to do online. You do exactly everything to a T, and your ass still end up lonely. Still end up broke. You invested all your bread in this course. You did everything they said to a fucking molecule, and you still broke. You did everything they told you to look for in a woman. You did everything they told you to do, and you still don't have no bitch. Or you probably got the bitch they told you to have, but that's not even the one that you want. That's why you gotta have that spiritual relationship with God. That's why you do have to go back to your parents. Yeah, probably gotta forgive your parents. I understand. Yeah, they did you wrong. You gotta forgive your parents. Maybe you gotta do that. Cause they fucked you up, dog. I ain't even gonna lie, they fucked you up. The reason I talk about it so much about parents, because man, that's the foundation right there, dog. Maybe some people can't be high value no more. This shit cooked. This shit psychological. To the point where even if you have a good person in front of you, you don't know how to keep them. You don't know how to treat them. If a girl come in my life right now and she broken and she low hanging fruit, I might knock that bitch down. But she ain't about to get no relationship. She ain't about to get no nut. I'm pulling out before I even feel a little tingling shit down there. I ain't trying to get your weak ass pregnant. Hell no. Self-control. Most time I don't eat nut. Fuck that. You ain't about to kid me with no pre-cum. Fuck all that. I ain't about to. Hell no. You can't even get that from me. You can't even get dates from me. How you gonna get marriage from a high value man? Oh, you can get somebody with some money. You can get somebody with some clout. But you always gonna be depressed because shit ain't gonna work out. So now you a 50-year-old woman. Now you a 50-year-old dude looking for your next bad bitch. Your next rich nigga. That's a recipe for disaster. You don't want to be these old hoes still on Instagram showing they pussy. You don't want to be this nigga having to pull up to a club with all Gucci on looking for the next bad bitch. Because when you was younger, your ass was fucking around. Because when you was younger, your ass was choosing wrong. That's a recipe for disaster. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, the best thing I can tell you, bro, is to focus on the things you have control over. Focus on your paper. Focus on your body. Focus on, you know, your mindset, your belief, your spirituality. Whatever you believe in, bro, make sure you focus on it and you let that lead your life. I go to God when I make decisions. Cause if you don't have that, bro, you gonna lean to your own understanding, bro. You gonna marry a stripper. God been telling you, bro, you can't hang out with no low hanging fruit. He been showing you, bro, you gotta pay attention to the sign. Look at Samson. Delilah was fine. Delilah had all the characteristics. But what happens is when you're a high value man and you're dealing with some low hanging fruit, man, the bitch gonna get your hair cut off. And now you're gonna lose all your strength like Samson. And that's where depression come in. When today you the man, and then tomorrow, nigga, you lose everything because you dealing with the wrong motherfucker. When you at the casino and you a man, you got all the money in your account, and you fuck around and let your addiction get the best of you. You sit there and lose your family because your ass an alcoholic. You a neighborhood drunk now. You fuck around, get hit with Franklin got hit with in Snowfall. You get hit with greed because you have no relationship with God. So now the money control you. Now all of a sudden you letting the money change you and shit. But it ain't change you. You always been that way, dog, because you ain't have no goddamn guidance growing up. Yeah, money ain't gonna change your lane. Now you always been that way. God he gonna make sure your ass stay tame. He gonna make sure your ass don't change up. No spiritual relationship with nobody? Oh yeah, you gonna think you better than the world. That's how you lose the shit. One thing you don't want to do is get money and lose that motherfucker, bro. I don't think people know the feeling. That's when depression gonna kick in. Right? And you gotta understand what high value is. To the dude that, you know, wrote that comment, you gotta get out that, you better get out that situation because bills coming up. And when you working at McDonald's, bro, you ain't never gonna have no peace. Cause all it take is for rent to go up. All it take is for your boss to be like, you know what, your shirt a little dirty, you can't pull up today. And you need that money cause you paycheck to paycheck for real. That's why you depressed. And then you sit around trying to, you know, attract women when it's just like these women ain't gonna fuck with you when you broke like that. And then they gonna use your ass because the nigga that they really want don't want to get their ass no attention. So what they do is they use niggas at the bottom to feed their ego. Cause the niggas they really want, not really want their ass. The low hanging fruit women, yeah, when they can't get no high value man, they go where they comfortable. Low hanging fruit men. And I'm not saying you can't change it. You can always get some money in your pocket. But that's what happens. A girl that want a high value man, know she can't get that, and then choose this guy right here. And that's gonna be my other video I post later on. Right? So then they settle. And that's why you depressed. Because now you just got a whole bunch of people. Even if you're not in a relationship, all the girls you deal with, bro, you feel that energy like they settling. That's why you feel bad. Because now your ass broke. You're not confident. Can't get your body right. And you dealing with hoes that don't really give a fuck about you. But first step is, you know, building that self-control. Because once you have self-control, you can build up your self-esteem, your ego, your confidence. All that shit is all tied into one. Right? But I mean, you know, dig discipline and lust, man, be whooping niggas ass. Right? And just some quick game, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully that helped, man. Hopefully, you know, I wasn't just rambling. But yeah, my name is Valentino Ali, man. I'm out, bro.